Sharing a vision for a stronger and more unified community on this Giving Day, we want to highlight the good work from the Vietnamese American Roundtable. The organization focuses on mobilization, advocacy, and education through workshops, panels, and cultural events. With us now is Philip Nguyen, who is the Vietnamese American Roundtable Executive Director. Philip, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You know, I was reading a little bit about your organization, and I know that it's relatively young, 2013.
Yes.
And you've accomplished a lot in that time.
Yes, definitely. We started as an organization of a roundtable of volunteers from different community-based organizations. Each of the volunteers represented a different constituency of the community that make up the Vietnamese American community in the San Jose and the South Bay area. We know that just like Asian Americans are not monolithic, neither is the Vietnamese American community. And so in 2017 was when, after doing some of these cultural events, these workshops, these forums where we were able to engage with the community, the organization incorporated. And I was brought on as the executive director in 2020, so we're fairly new.
Yeah, you planned the Tet Festival earlier this year in San Jose. That was a really nice festival.
Yes, it was at History Park San Jose. We work with the Viet Museum, and so the work of building intergenerational bridges is very at the forefront of our work. The Tet Festival in Vietnamese, or the Lunar New Year Festival, because we want to also acknowledge that the Lunar New Year, the Lunisolar New Year, is not just celebrated by Vietnamese Americans, but also by the broader API community. You know, now is May is API Heritage Month, and we definitely, at the same time that we want to celebrate Vietnamese American culture, want to see how we're situated in this broader context of what it means to be an Asian American.
What does your organization do, and what does it do with the donations? People say, okay, I'm into this, I want to help. The money comes in, what do you do with that money?
Right, so we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. The money, right now, we're fundraising for a campaign for the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon and this mass exodus of refugees after the fall of Saigon and the end of the Vietnam or American War on April 30th, 1975. And so as we sort of celebrate, well, commemorate and memorialize those who sacrificed their lives for us, me and the younger generation, the second, third, subsequent generations after the war to be here. We also want to celebrate the 50 years of Vietnamese American experience in the United States.
You know, Philip, people who are younger than a certain age don't think of Vietnam and the Vietnam War. That's our fathers or grandfathers. How much of that is still left over, and do you have to re-educate people?
Ooh, that's a hot word. Re-education is definitely something that we're trying to reclaim. My grandparents, my grandparents were in re-education camps, what they called them, which were labor prison camps in Vietnam, in South Vietnam, after the end of the war.
So we should use a different word.
I think we could use that word, right? I think it's really about reclaiming words. The author, the Pulitzer Prize-winning author Viet Thanh Nguyen, who is from San Jose and raised in San Jose, he writes that all wars are fought twice, the first time on the battlefield and the second time in memory. And so the work that we do, we really do feel like we are fighting that fight in memory for the younger generation to really reclaim and re-educate ourselves about the history of what happened then and the histories of our families that have been left untold or have been silenced for almost 50 years now.
You graduated from Berkeley, go Bears.
Go Bears, yes.
One of the things that I noticed when I was on campus was the richness of the ethnic studies program.
Right.
I had never seen anything like it. How much did that inform what you're doing today?
Oh my goodness, I think it informs so much of what I do today. It really gave me the language to be able to articulate these connections with my family that I didn't know I had. Not growing up in a community that wasn't very heavily Vietnamese American or Asian American, I really felt this duality in identity, this split. Am I American, too American at home, and am I too Vietnamese or Asian at school or outside of the home? And so the language of ethnic studies and the teachings of ethnic studies and being able to sit in a class, an Asian American studies class, with professors that looked and felt and talked and just sounded like me, right? Really gave me the sense of empowerment and the sense of agency and really propelled my own sense of self-determination that I try to bring in the work that we do with the Vietnamese American Roundtable.
I like your passion a lot. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Philip Nguyen from the Vietnamese American Roundtable. If you would like to donate to the Vietnamese American Roundtable, we've made it easy for you. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now or head to ktvu.com/givingday.